Hey, how's it going? Today is 30th of January, Tuesday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. I have received email today, so I thought it might be worth taking a look at what's happening in the area. That would be South Gloucestershire Council, and they are offering financial support when it comes to establishing your business. I think having physical presence. Let's try to understand this a little bit better. By the way, perfect pictures. Hopefully, not copyrighted. Hopefully, but either way, perhaps some kids have drew it. Well, let's progress into understanding this over a little bit better, right? So that the new life in the high street grants to support local businesses on the high street. South Gloucestershire Council is committed to helping in High Street thrive throughout its vacant commercial property grant scheme. Your business charter and community interest company inter so business, so for profit non-profit, right, and or community interest in starting to trade or operate or on one of the South Gloucestershire Council's 8 high street areas, or do you own a commercial property and on a high street in South Gloucestershire? South Gloucestershire Council vacant property grant scheme supporting landlords, property owners, and businesses to bring vacant high street commercial units back to into use. The 8 high streets are, so there might be some locations, but again, I'm reading it for the first time. I'm trying to understand it, right? Let's take a look at map and what kind of locations they're referring to, right? That's a different one that I was taking a look at. I think briefly that would be locations available, right? Again, before committing internal locations or doing anything, you need to reach out perhaps to the team and ask for many things, right? Including the team would be asking you a lot of things, right? Of the process, if it's worth acquiring any locations, since many businesses might be considering operating from home or operating from not necessarily having that liability on the balance sheet where you would need to pay for every single month, so to say. Since a lot of business might be looking how to reduce some of the operating costs, and now council is looking how to increase that. Again, that's my own rephrasing, right? So there is a lot of properties vacant, and myself, I would need just a table, so to say, right, where a professional could potentially sit down and do some work if I would need any physical location. If I, but again, it perhaps would come back to what kind of problem I'm looking to solve, right? Would that be offering different solutions, and what there might be a list. That's the best way of approaching this. Reaching out to the team, and if and asking team if there is a list that they might have of properties available, and if there is a list, perhaps not necessarily a location, or not other things would matter other than perhaps there's only 20 locations available, right? Let's come back to this article that was sent to me, right? Grants available for landlords with vacant commercial or high street properties, and for new and or existing business enterprises looking to start trading on the high street. They keep highlighting high street. I don't know if that's something myself I would be interested in, just having that physical presence and how expensive it can be. But not necessarily in the beginning, perhaps down the line. So unless your business might be a barber, right, where you need to have high street presence. But either way, the type of things that can be funded by the grant include extensions and improvements to the building, fit out cost, and or new equipment that integrate for the business providing services. Perhaps you might be referring to some of the ways of improving property, right? So that would be perhaps replacing windows or improving so the heat performance or rating, right? But again, there might be some opportunities there, right? Match funding of 20 is required. Oh, okay, okay. 25%. Okay, okay. There's a lot of reasons why not to do it. So that's my, I guess that's my own feedback. Why not to do it? But for some people, they might see reasons why to do it, right? Perhaps the property is as of now overpriced. If they consider it, as I mentioned previously, within the U.S. currently, with the entire states of U.S., it's about 19.6%, so close to 20% of vacant property, commercial property rate, right? So if that's 20%, perhaps prices would counsel go down on the price of pricing those properties, right? So that would be another way of looking at some of those contracts. But other than that, they're offering 25,000. So who cares about 25,000 if the prices of the profit is overpriced? Let's address the real issue. But either way, opportunities are there for people who are interested, right? Taking a look at and or giving perspective, right? So they take a look at 2 year lease of 25,000, right? 2 year lease of 25,000, you can buy minivan. Can you purchase that and travel to people's home and give them a haircut? That's it. Instead of purchasing physical location, perhaps operating costs with insurance and everything would be close to that within 2 years, right? So you would have, but unless after 2 years you can keep the van and sell it after 2 years. If that makes sense. So you would actually have something. Just that would be barbarous, right? And so you can perhaps have physical presence online where you can people that you can serve would be across all the area, right? Not necessarily they would need to come to you, but you can go to them and you can have that, right? Later, after 2 years, you can sell the van. But that would be just an example. But they are offering some financial incentives for people acquiring liability, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book that will be Inkflow. In this book, or journal, I'm taking a look and I'm sharing the system, how I can potentially tackle every single day and solving problems, right? Once you would like to do things differently and you not necessarily would know where to begin, that would be a good system where many people should consider starting with, right? That would be how you can develop it or develop it yourself. That would be sticking from cover to cover. It would be 90 days. Sticking with the system for 90 days, it would be charged within itself. And every page would be 24-hour window and how you can potentially approach every single day. And it comes to accomplishing tasks across the day and what will be important to complete every single day. You can find it QR code in the corner company's outside below. The opportunities are there, right? So it's I don't know if how I'm coming across, but it's good the opportunities are there. People who might consider having that physical presence, great. Either take it or not take it. That's for people to make decision based on what they're looking to accomplish, right? Having access to perhaps physical location for a period of 2 years, and they might be able to offer some incentives, financial incentives, but they would ask a quarter, 25% of your own money down, right? I guess what that would be establishing new business. That is still a lot of risk of that, but that's just me, right? And let's close on that. Options are there for people to exercise those options, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.